Hi there. I'm ready to talk to you today about positive and negative imprints. It seems surreal, phantasmagorical even, or just insane to say that there is a morality to our thoughts and that morality is how they're going to affect us. And people say that's just nuts. If you look at my YouTube channel, you see that there's lots of comments saying that is BS. But no, it's very, very real. Ask any dowser worth his salt, and they'll tell you that there are positive and negative energy vortices. And that begins with imprints. Imprints are either positive or negative. Positive imprints enhance, negative imprints detract or hurt us. And so positive imprints are imprints of love, compassion, altruism, helping, healing. And in the northern hemisphere, they spin clockwise, like my rods are. They're spinning clockwise right now. Conversely, negative imprints, which are actions of selfishness, violence, hate, anger, in the northern hemisphere, they spin counterclockwise. Now, the directional spin has to do with what they call the Coriolis effect. And it's the fact is the Earth turns a certain way, and it affects the spin of things like that, an imprint. Now, if you think about negative imprints, you know them. You're very familiar with negative imprints and negative vortices. They're called hurricanes, tornadoes. All of these things have a counterclockwise movement to them. In the southern hemisphere, they're the exact opposite. They spin clockwise, negative, and counterclockwise is positive. But these imprints are the first step in either enhancing or helping our mother. And that's what happens. They can enhance the space and make it feel. So I'm always looking at what's the vibe? What's the vibe? So if I see like this place I'm at, it's a very positive vibe, right? It's spinning clockwise. It tells me good thoughts, loving actions and intentions happened here. So what does this do? It feels good to be here. And the aspects, the energy lines found here, the Manitou stones, all that is found that enhances all of them. They become so much more. Conversely, a negative imprint like this detracts and diminishes. That's when you go someplace you don't feel so good. It also begins to affect the flow of energy and it breaks it up. So it can be physically debilitating. When you think of negative imprints, you've got to think of tornadoes, hurricanes, as I said, but they can physically drain you of energy, suck the life out of you. You can feel like you just had your blood sugar plummeted. Conversely, positive imprints can uplift you and make you positive. But this is a very important concept because imprints are the building blocks of our relationship with Mother Earth, either for the good or for the bad. And the imprints are a gauge I can tell if we're starting this relationship right or we're starting it wrong. But every space you can go to is a measurement of that. Now, anti-clockwise. I want to have just a little thought about anti-clockwise. I read a lot, people talk about they do this anti-clockwise movement for whatever. They want to create a thought form, they want to create a spell, whatever it is. You want to create Well, the problem with anti-clockwise is that in the northern hemisphere, it is associated with negativity, violence. And you can say, well, it's both. But anyway, I just tell you this. And let me give you one point. When you think you've heard it said, as long, if you fake it, you can make it. Meaning that if you want to change yourself, if you keep repeating the same behavior, you'll succumb to it and you'll become that sort of behavior, that action that you want to become. Well, it's the same thing with anti-clockwise movements. If you do it 1-2 times, not a big deal. But if you keep doing it, it's just you're tapping into that negativity and it's going to detract from what you're doing. So I'd just be cautious with that. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Namaste.